Within, is it true the 2026 Escape can't be sold in what, 6 states? California, New York, Oregon, the cool ones with fancy license plates?
Oh, yeah. It's right there in the order guide. It's only offered with federal only emission standards.
Hmm.
It's a whole bunch of states. Colorado, uh, what's the one way up on the top over on the left?
Oregon.
Washington, everything. And since when does New York have a cool license plate? It's just like yellow. It only looks good on
I
a
like
taxi
that.
cab.
I like that.
You can buy a yellow car. Oh no, that's right. They have a blue and white one too, I think. I don't know. So, yep, the escape basically escaped all those states. Yeah, so why bother trying to meet California emissions if they're just going to change the rules again next year? I guess.
Hmm. So it's illegal to sell it there?
Yeah, it's completely illegal to sell a new 2026. In fact, the workaround is to sell a used Escape, or dealerships were instructed to order extra 2025 models because 2025 models ordered in those states would still be emissions compliant to sell. The only way that any dealership in any of those states, I think it's a bunch of them, like 16 or 17, can order a 2026 Escape is with an emissions rider, either for like a municipal sale or to sell to somebody who's going to register it out of state.
Hmm.
So yeah, the California Air Resources Board is not going to have any compliance on the 2026 Ford Escape.
Hmm. But why not update the powertrain to meet the standards?
There hadn't been any changes, so I'm not sure, and we haven't exactly found out what is different about the 2026 model year. The only thing I can figure is that part of the California Air Resources Board rules, which any state which opts out of the federal rules has to follow in totality, is that there's a certain number of EVs that have to be sold proportionally to the number of regular vehicles sold. So
Hmm.
all I can figure is that they're not going to be able to hit the EV target, so they're taking some of the internal combustion vehicles off the playing. But you won't even be able to buy, for instance, the Ford Escape plug-in hybrid in California as a 2026 model, or
Hmm.
any of those other states.
So what does it look like if a customer from California does try to buy one online?
Well, Ford doesn't have direct buying online, but
Hmm.
once they go on to the Ford Build a Vehicle tool and they tell it what's their zip code, which is a question that the tool online will ask, it's going to tell them, nope,
Hmm.
no soup for you.
So they're gonna hire soup Nazis at all the dealerships in California, Washington.
Hey, just a guy sits at the front door. Do you want a Ford Escape? No Escape for you. Leave now.
Damn. Well, so let's say you're looking at turnover numbers. Your dealer group is losing salespeople faster than Ford's losing market share.
At least a Ford Escape market share. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, the
that's not
F-150s.
new.
Hmm.
In the '80s, the '90s, we'd hire like 5 guys on a Monday. One of them would sell his mom a Taurus on Tuesday, and then vanish Wednesday. Come pick up his final check, and the rest of them would wash out a couple of weeks later. We 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 might get one guy out of a group of 5 or 6 hires that would last a year.
Dang. If you were working at like a Toyota dealer in the 90s versus a Ford dealer, can you like tell like is the guy that worked at a Toyota dealer living in a nice house now and the guy working at the Ford dealer like barely scraping by or like what's going on?
Uh, Actually, it doesn't vary much by brand.
Hmm.
I mean, you have people at Ford dealerships who've been there 30 years. I actually know some.
Hmm.
I know guys at Ford dealerships that need walkers some of the time, and they do very well. It depends on the salesperson. It depends on the dealership. I mean, way back in my day, we had two Chrysler Plymouth dealerships, and they were like night and day. I mean, people would like sleep in their cars in front of one, hoping to catch the sales manager when he walked in to begging for just a chance to try it out. And the other one was where people who couldn't sell, gum anymore would go, and they would work for about half of what minimum wage was somehow. And so it varies more by the dealership itself than by the make and the manufacturer.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you and it really helps out.